Today we have a piece of Juniper. This comes to us from viewer Judy in California. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as we like to say here at Shady Acres Woodshop. Howdy, let's take a closer look at it. The piece is about 7 by 4 by 3.5 inches thick. I'm going to turn it flat side up. I've been looking at this for a while, trying to determine the best use for it, how I can get the most out of it. I think it's going to have some nice color and grain in there. The bark will be a pain to deal with, but I can deal with it. Most of it's going to go away. You can see here maybe that I marked a center spot. I centered it so that this long end will be closer to the tool rest and will get rounded up first before I get to this end, or at about the same time I get to this end. So both of these ends should be rounded up, but still leaving an elongated shape. That's what I'm hoping for. And then I'll flatten off the bottom and work my way up. I want to leave bark around this top edge, maybe just that much, just between there and there. Of course, there won't be any on either end, but there will be on the two sides. That's my plan. And then flatten off the bottom and put a tenon or recess on there and go from there. I just think it's going to be pretty and it's going to smell nice for me. So let me drill a hole for this off-center point that I made, and I'll get it mounted up on the woodworm screw and I'll meet you over here at the lathe. One of my favorite things to do is come out here in the morning and have a brand new piece all mounted up, ready to go. I don't have to plan, I don't have to think, I don't have to mark anything. I just have to grab my gouge and start turning. And because it's 5:30 in the afternoon, I had a lot of things I had to do today, so I got a late start, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out here tomorrow and start working on it. So have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Okay, new day, all refreshed, ready to rock. We're going to be using a 5/8 inch bowl gouge, turning at 660 RPM, mask and face shield on. Sure is bumpy. Oh, I see some nice figure in there, it looks like. Oh, I'm not sure why it's so dang bumpy. Wonder if I can pick the speed up any yet. Yep, turning past the vibration. It's about 1100 RPM. That helps a lot. I don't want to go any farther than I have to get a flat spot, but looks like we're not there yet. Still not there. I'm going to work on this corner a little bit, even though I don't have my flat bottom yet. I don't want to lose sight of what I'm trying to do, which is a long sloping side. But before I continue, I'm going to go sharpen up. Still not there. Oh, we're losing some bark, that's for sure. Well, I hope we got enough wood left to make a bowl here pretty soon. Or a dish or something. That looks like it might be big enough for a recess. I'm going to make the recess and then that'll help me with the design. I'm going to switch to my recess tool to put a dovetail on the side here. That's good. Now we can move back over here and finish up our side profile. And I've switched to a 1/2 inch bowl gouge. When I stopped, I put some CA glue under this little bit of bark because it was lifting up off of there. And I want to have bark along that top edge if I can. My goal here is to take this edge down to nothing, just to this corner right here. And rather than come this way like I've been doing, I find I have better luck if I come in from this side and go that way, trying to keep that bark on without chipping away this corner. I can't say I'm 100% successful, but I'm more successful than if I was coming this way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be out here coming in with the sharp point of the gouge, and I did just sharpen this up too, and hopefully that'll just peel away and it won't chip it off. But it looks pretty delicate to me. I think it did just go flying. Yep, that's what I just glued on there. Well, it's laying right in front of me. Maybe I can glue it back because I have to make this cut in order to get what I want anyway. Close enough. Now I can come back this other way. Oh, now I'm missing a piece here. Where'd that go? That's not it. That's not it. I'll look around for it. That's pretty much what I had in mind anyway. I was going to come up here a little bit higher on the sides, but I can't. I won't have any base left. think that's the best I can do. Hope I can find that. I'll be looking for it. And then it's time for sanding. Well, that's not it, but I bet I can make it work. I'll glue that in and then we'll sand. I'll start the sanding with my Sandoflex. This is 180 grit. I'm going to sand all of the bark along the edge here, any unturned parts like that. And I'll stop at 180 grit. That's as fine as I like to go on the bark. When that's done, I'll switch to my 2-inch disc, starting at 80 grit and working up through 400. I'll have the lathe spinning in reverse at 400 RPM, and I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I get my mask on. Oh, and I did glue that piece on here. It's a very good fit, considering it didn't come from there. Not much to do with that. And that's what that looks like. I'll bring you back here in a bit and we'll put some sanding sealer on there, I'm pretty sure. See you in a bit. Well, the good news is the sanding was really easy and it's really, really smooth. The bad news is my patch fell off. Can you see it here? Although to me it's not really bad news. It actually looks better now. After I sanded it, which I thought would make it look even better, the white part under the bark that you see here, white and then the bark, well, that white started coming through all the way around the little patch, and it didn't look good at all. So I'm glad it fell off. It doesn't look that bad without the patch there, in my opinion. That's some nice color, isn't it? Yes, it is. And when we get the finish on the bark, that's going to really bring it out. And this is sanding sealer I'm putting on, shellac based sanding sealer. I'll be putting on 2 coats of this and 2 coats of shellac. Yeah, that's pretty color. Ooh-wee. And I'm just going to brush the bark. And I suppose you can't see it, but yes, it does just really bring out that lighter color. Maybe you can see it here. And here. You see the patch? Yeah, you can see it. It actually looks better now. It doesn't look great, but it looks better than it did. Well, this has been kind of a fun turn so far. The inside should be maybe even more fun because we'll run into this beautiful red color on the inside. Alright, well that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'll bring you back here in a little while and we'll start working on the inside. Looking forward to that. See you in a bit. I have the piece turned around with the chuck jaws expanded into the recess. I don't know quite what to do here. We have some room here. Obviously we have room on each end, and we have some room here. But this side kind of drops off. It's a little bulgy right here. So probably, in order to make a decent sized bowl, we're probably going to go into that some. It's not going to be as high here as it will over here, maybe. I don't know. This piece is very similar to what I had in mind. I thought I was going to get the bark just around this edge, but that's not possible without just wasting it away, wasting the wood away, and there's no point in doing that. So I'll make it as large as I can. We'll see how it goes. We're going to be turning at 1400 RPM, 1/2-inch bowl gouge, mask and face shield on. I just need to see where we are. Yeah, see we're already dropping off over here. That's okay though. It's just the way the piece is. I just want to get into some of this red inside there. There's more down this way. So we should run into it near the bottom, and there's some here as well. I'm deciding if I want to, well, you can see what'll happen, but I said that was going to happen, so we'll go a little bit wider than that. See what's happened to that side? Yeah, see, it's straight up and down now. You see that? Straight up and down. So I've gone about the max that I can go in width, but that red's coming through, and that's what matters. Yeah, okay, now we're starting to get an inside on this, you know, so that we will have a side, and I can go deep enough that it'll still be a bowl here, but not as much as on this side, or either end. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I did some shear scraping, so the edges are, the insides are clean, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this center so that I can adjust my tool rest and get inside there for better support. And we can also check for thickness. We're looking at about 1/2 inch total right now. Now we're at 1/4 inch now, which is kind of typical. And it's kind of a little cutie. I love that red coming through. There's really not much more I can do with it. We will scrape. Okay, time for sanding. I'm starting at 120 grit. I have the lathe spinning in reverse at 430 RPM. I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. Oh, did I say I'm going to work up through 400? I am, just like the outside. See you in a bit. Be sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see the before and after shots of this piece. If you'd share the video, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, here it is. One very cute Juniper dish in the books. And I think it's the cutest little dish I've ever made. It turned out very much like I had in mind. I love these little wings on the outside here. I love the little bit of bark that remains. I love the shape. I just love the shape. I love this natural part in here. The bottom is beautiful, beautiful color. I love everything about it. And it's hard to hang on to because it's so slippery. It's very smooth. My only wish is that it was about 6 times bigger, I guess. Maybe being petite is part of its cuteness. I don't know. I just love it. It's not really anything I did. Well, I guess I did the shape, but other than that, it's just the beautiful wood. You got yellow and red and brown and almost black. It's just nice. I hope you like it anywhere near as much as I do. I know it's not a big thing. I know that. It's just a little. Well, I didn't even measure it. It looks like it's about 5 inches, 5.5 inches long, about 2 inches tall. It's just cute. And it's got a great finish, don't you think? Nice finish. It's just a simple little piece of wood, but a beautiful piece of wood. But, you know, this came from California, from Judy. And maybe juniper grows beautifully there. We have it here. I suppose it grows nearly everywhere. But this is just a really nice piece. The red color reminds me of redwood, of course. Very much like redwood. Thank you, Judy, for sending this along all the way from California for all to enjoy. If you like this video, thumbs up, please. I'd sure appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you very kindly. I truly appreciate that. I also appreciate you choosing to spend some of your valuable time with me today. It means a lot to me. So for now, this is Phil, Shady Acres Woodshop, signing off.